So, we're going to get into all this Black Lives Matter bullshit. First of all, I want you to say her name, maggots. Sequoia Turner. Murdered by a Black Lives Matter piece of shit. Evidently, somebody made a wrong turn, and you motherfuckers murdered this little 8-year-old girl. So, if you're out there protesting about Kyle Rittenhouse, you're just a fucking hypocrite. You're not only a fucking useless piece of shit, but you're also a fucking hypocrite. Because with my own fucking ears, my own fucking eyes, my own fucking senses, I heard you say, I saw you say, that Black Lives Matter is about cops killing blacks. And the way this came up is your hypocrisy. Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. But in your nearly all of all black men that are killed by other black men. Nearly all. Black men represent about 6.5% of the population. They commit 50% of the fucking murders. You take away the guns, you take away the shit from black men, half of the murders are gone. Boom, over fucking night. Nearly every fucking black man that is killed in this country is killed by another black man. You don't want to talk about that. I know you don't want to talk about that because when you say Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, and we say, then why are you killing your own? Why are most black men that are murdered killed by other black men? We don't want to talk about that. We don't talk about that. We ain't here for that. We're here for the 50, the 100 that get killed by cops. We don't want to talk about that. 3,000, 5,000 killed by black men. We don't want to talk about the black men, about the thousands of black men every fucking year killed by black men. We don't want to talk about the thousands. We don't want to talk about the 98, 99% of the motherfuckers, the black guys that get murdered. We don't want to talk about that. We're here to talk about the cops. We're here about to talk about the po-po, about the police, about how they kill blacks. They killing, they executing, they hunting down. That's what we hear. Well, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Last I checked, Kyle Rittenhouse ain't a fucking cop. So if Black Lives Matter is saying we ain't here to talk about the thousands we kill of our own every fucking year. We're here to talk about cops killing blacks. Cops hunting down blacks. That's what we're here to talk about. Kyle ain't a fucking cop. So what are you fucking protesting for? Kyle didn't even kill a black man. What are you talking about? Black Lives Matter has said specifically they're here to fucking protest cops killing black men, black women. Cops killing black men and women. Kyle ain't a fucking cop. Kyle didn't kill anyone black. So you're fucking hypocrites. Because you're out there protesting right now. You said that wasn't your agenda. You're just a bunch of fucking liars. And you prove it every fucking day of your existence. Terrorist, lying, hypocrites. That's what you need to change your name to. Fuck that Black Lives Matter. We know Black Lives don't matter to you. We saw what you did in Ferguson. We saw what you're doing in Portland. We saw what you're doing all over the fucking place. Victimizing blacks. Burning down black businesses. Stealing Nikes and big screens from blacks. From black businesses. If you cared about if you cared about your black brothers and sisters, you fucking liar. If you cared about them, if black lives did matter, I'd have a whole big bunch of more respect for you. I could at least say, well, it makes sense. If you went into the fucking white neighborhoods and stole their shit and didn't victimize your own. Little black girls getting raped during all these riots. Cops getting assassinated didn't have nothing to fucking do with anything. He copped halfway across the fucking country. This dude's out having a fucking cup of coffee. He may have actually just saved a black man's life. You don't give a fuck. It's because you're lying fucking scum. Y'all proved that black lives don't matter when that whore took her 4 houses, whatever she has, 5 houses, and ran. Resigned, whatever the fuck she did. That slut, she fucking runs off. That's what you're about. That's what this is all about. Jesse Jackson, he just wants a paycheck. Al Sharpton, he don't give a shit about this. He don't give a fuck about you. He just wants a paycheck. Maxine Waters. She's just a fucking talking head to get you motherfuckers riled up so you go do stupid shit. And you don't even know what the fuck you're doing. You remind me of the Hatfields and McCoys. That's what you remind me of. Motherfuckers, 150 fucking years later. So they get started 100 years ago fighting about something. And they don't even remember what the fuck they're fighting about. It's like Islam, where centuries and centuries and centuries later, they still ain't getting along with the Jews, and they actually don't. Today, here and now, today, there's no reason for them not to get along with the Jews. The Jews and the Muslims, there's no reason to. The dudes that had the problem, that started all the shit, was fucking centuries ago. This is what this reminds me of. Motherfuckers don't know what you're fighting for. You done lost sight of the whole fucking thing. Sequoia Turner. Say her name, bitch. Sequoia Turner. Say her name, bitch. Little 8-year-old girl murdered by Black Lives Don't, insert that word there, matter. Black lives inserted don't matter. They don't matter, because if they did, that little girl wouldn't be dead now. She wasn't shot by a white man. She wasn't shot by a fucking cop. She was shot by you. By you. You don't want to talk about that, do you? You don't want to talk about it because you don't want to take responsibility for anything you fucking do. That's why you don't want to talk about the crime levels in the black community. That's why you don't want to talk about when they defund the popo. We're going to defund the police. Defund the police. You know what? I wish they would defund the fucking police. Because then what would happen is your little neighborhoods would turn into fucking Middle Eastern war zones, and then they'd roll out the fucking National Guard and the Army on your asses. That's what they would do. You'd be dead instead of being fucking given your rights. Fucking Miranda rights. Fuck that. I would rather the tanks roll in and just, destroy Black Lives Matter entirely. That's my druthers. Any of these groups that are actual terrorist groups, y'all have a problem with calling everybody else terrorists when you're literally the FBI definition of terrorists. You say some white boy with a gun who caps 3 white boys for trying to kill him, threatening to kill him, trying to kill him, pointing a gun at him, kicking him in the head, bashing him upside the head with a skateboard. Oh, he's a terrorist. He's a terrorist. Can't figure out why he's a terrorist. Nothing he did was any kind of terrorist activity. The motherfuckers who hit him, however, the dude, the catalyst that started it all, the dude's a pedophile. I got a video right on my channels. 11 fucking counts of baby rape kind of shit. That's your hero. Little 8-year-old girl's dead here. 8-year-old black girl dead because you motherfuckers, mommy made a wrong turn. You open fire on the vehicle because mommy makes a wrong turn. I read a story like this back in the 70s. And I can't even remember the paper. I was very young then. I remember reading it and I'm like, who in the fuck would... A family was visiting New York City somewhere, probably in the Bronx or somewhere. I don't remember, Brooklyn maybe. So they're driving. Dad can't figure out where they have. We didn't have GPS back then. We weren't a bunch of fucking pussies. So we didn't have GPS. We couldn't track everything down from a fucking satellite signal. Daddy makes a wrong turn and went down the wrong street. It was a white family, and they murdered the entire fucking family. Shot that fucking vehicle up. Mommy, daddy, children. This was back in the 70s. And I remember thinking to myself, this don't even sound like this is a real story. It sounds like something out of a movie. I don't believe people did that. For years, I went through the process of years trying to reject that was reality. Trying to reject that a Negro with a gun would just open fire on a family in a fucking vehicle just because they made a wrong turn on the wrong street. Sequoia Turner. Say her name, bitch. This time it wasn't a white family. This time it was a black girl. A little tiny black girl. You ain't got nobody to blame but yourselves. You're fucking hypocrites. Burn down your own damn cities cause a white boy shot white boys trying to kill him. Even if Kyle Rittenhouse was a murderer. He shot white boys, and he ain't a fucking cop. So you Black Lives Matter trash that are rioting, or not rioting, but maybe you're rioting, I don't know. Black Lives Matter who are protesting, quote-unquote peacefully protesting, since 12 people decided he was innocent. You're nothing but a bunch of fucking savage-ass mongrel hypocrites. And there I said it. Because if you weren't hypocrites, you would have stuck to your directive of keeping this about when cops shoot blacks.